All right, it's time to get started. So I just want to say welcome to all of you to the 580 pitch competition. And I want to tell you, when I first heard this idea, when Lynn Noel first pitched it to me, I said, listen, I'm in as a supporter because this will change people's lives. When you teach people to be entrepreneurs, you change the way they think and you change their lives. And as I say that, I'm looking around the room and I'm seeing entrepreneurs that I knew that got started just like this, except there maybe wasn't a contest. This will change people's lives, and I'm serious about this. I'm going to tell you, all the contestants that entered and did business plans are a giant step ahead of where I ever was when I got in business. And now they're also connected, even if they weren't one of the 4 finalists, they're now also connected to the great business resource, the Business Development Center at Great Plains Technology Center, so that they can continue to learn and work how to grow their business. So everybody that entered is a winner in some way. I'm glad I'm not a judge because this is going to be tough to make a decision. And I'm so proud of all the people that have entered and gotten this far. Can we give them a big round of applause? I also want to thank all of the people that helped Lynn Noel put this together. Now, Lynn, let's make a spectacle out of Lynn. She's over here. And if you help Lynn, please stand or raise your hand, and let's also appreciate you. I know she had some help. All right. And I'm the only thing standing in the way of getting started, so let's welcome Lynn up to the microphone.
Good evening. Today I stand before you to share a vision that our committee started working on for almost 2 years. A vision that goes beyond mere business plans and financial gains. We are here to talk about changing people's lives by creating a culture of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not just about starting and running businesses. It's a way of life. It's about empowering individuals to realize their dreams, unleash their potential, and make a positive impact on the world. By fostering a culture of entrepreneurship, we can transform communities, drive economic growth, and create opportunities for all. So, why are we doing this? Why are we so passionate about building this culture of entrepreneurship? The answer lies in the stories of our 4 finalists who have overcome challenges and adversity to build successful businesses and transform their lives. So the 580 pitch is an opportunity for us, our community, to come together and build a culture of entrepreneurship, to let us create an ecosystem where aspiring entrepreneurs can access mentorship, resources, and funding. Let us inspire the next generation to dream big, take risks, and shape their own destinies. It is my pleasure to welcome you here tonight to the 580 Pitch Live and introduce you to our MCs for the evening. Mackenzie Burke and Frank Myers, take it away.
Thanks, Lynn, and thank you so much, as well as Tara Devers, for spearheading this initiative. We're all really, really excited to be here tonight. So a little bit more about this competition. So all the participants for the competition, beyond just our finalists, were offered assistance from the Great Plains Technology Center's business development team to create strong business plans and to learn the key to the perfect pitch. In addition, this group had pitch training that was also provided.
$26,000 was raised through sponsorships. The competition started out with 12 competitors and was narrowed down to the 4 you will hear from today. First place will receive $10,000. Second place receives $5,000. Third receives $3,000. And fourth will receive $2,000.
Got me up here reading next to the former news anchor, so that's thanks a lot, guys.
This is the new year. Come in real natural, right?
Our contestants are going to be judged based on feasibility, growth potential, and presentation. So, how do we decide who's going to win this thing at the end of the day? Well, it's time to introduce our judges.
That's right. We have a wonderful panel of judges here. We'd like to introduce each of them to you. First up, we've got Hussein Moini. Take a wave here. Hussein is the president of Adventure Travel, Harvey's Grill Clubs in Cinnabon, and a partner in Penn High Investments, Forwood Inc., and LOL Family Entertainment Center. He also was one of the partners of the 3-times national championship basketball team, Lockport Silk Cavs. Thank you so much, Hussein.
Our next judge, Urban Randall. If you want to give us a wave, Herb. You haven't seen him on TV. Okay. So Herb is the owner of Classic Lot Chevrolet. The former NFL linebacker from Mumford, Texas, became the first African-American minority to own a Chevy dealership in the state of Oklahoma in 2015. That's awesome. And we're happy to have you.
Up next, we have my friend Brian Henry. Hello. Brian has worked for Liberty National Bank since 2018, but he's been in the banking industry for over 30 years. He assumed his current role at Liberty as Lawton Market President this month, and I'm sure he is just loving it there. We enjoy having him at our branch now, for sure. So congratulations, Brian, and thank you so much for being here.
Our next judge, Brandy Thomas. After a 17-year career at City National Bank and a stint as the Director of Finance at Great Plains Technology Center, Brandy is now the General Manager of Hilton Garden Inn, Lawton Fort Sill, and has been there since March 2021. Thank you, Brandy.
And last but certainly not least, the lovely Brandy Sims. Brandy is the founder and CEO of Brandy PR. For the past 14 years, Sims has gained extensive experience in handling public relations, digital marketing, graphic design, and PR event planning for her clientele. Thank you so much, Brandy, for being here. And for more information about each of our judges, we actually have a really full-length bio of each of them in your programs.
So, now, the reason we're all here, right? The introduction of our very first contestant, Katrina Battle, with The Perfect Brew.
Okay, can everyone hear me? Okay. Just in case anything happens. Get your coffee. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, judges. My name is Katrina Battle, and I'm the owner of The Perfect Brew, where we provide access to high-quality coffee at an affordable price. Being born and raised in the Lawton Fort Sill community, I'm privileged to be able to reinvest in the community that raised me. I've currently been employed with the United States courts for the past 13 years, and I hold a master's degree in business administration with a specialization in criminal justice. Coffee is my fuel, but serving is my passion, so I put the two together and created The Perfect Brew. So what we've noticed is consumers finding difficulty with finding high-quality coffee at an affordable price while also lacking a sense of community engagement. The Perfect Brew aims to continue to address this issue by providing a fuel collection that has USDA organic certified options, affordability, pop-up events, and the ultimate fuel box subscription we'll be offering in the near future. So we're currently currently the only coffee vendor serving out of the Lawton Farmers Market, and we have plans to scale our business and expand to opening up the Perfect Brew coffee trailer in the fall of this year so that we can meet our customers where they are. So again, we're serving at the Lawton Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday. We have an online store where we offer shipping, free local delivery options, and we'll be offering the subscription service. You can currently find our products at the Salt Cellar, A Better Design Flowers, and more. And we have the flexibility to do pop-ups. So we'll be attending the Women's Business Summit this September. We're already providing access to high-quality coffee at an affordable price. With the expansion of the coffee trailer, we will be able to provide our consumers with even more access and convenience. The coffee trailer will allow us to have free marketing opportunities as well as low overhead costs. So our current profit margin with retail is about 50 to 65%, and prepared drinks is about 60 to 70%. So the coffee industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry that's not going away. And the demand for specialty coffee is rapidly growing, and the mobile coffee industry is becoming more popular due to our very mobile society. So you might be asking yourself, why the Perfect Brew? Instead of our competitors like Starbucks, Viridian, White Buffalo, or other mobile coffee businesses. Well, I'll tell you, the Perfect Brew has very unique specialty coffee blends that were curated with the consumer in mind. We also offer specialty loose leaf tea as well as refresher drinks at the farmers market that are perfect for this time of year. So our consumers are those who both value both quality and convenience while on the go. All of the target customers listed on the screen are all potentially high target customers because they will provide us with consistent revenue throughout the entire year. So marketing through social media, partnerships, and word of mouth, it will ensure maximum exposure and engagement to our brand. Since the conception of the Perfect Brew in October of 2020, we have lifetime sales in the amount of $46,000, with 21 of those thousand being last year. We aim to double our sales by expanding our access, going from the ability to serve coffee 1 day a week to the ability to serve 4 to 5 days a week in the trailer, and also by expanding our menu. As our small business continues to grow, we will be able to create jobs that will positively impact this community and the local economy. In closing, like many of us, we were brought here to this community by the military. From both my parents' example of serving our country, I've learned that whether I'm serving coffee to college students or serving those who have been previously incarcerated, I always try to see the best in people, so I strive to give the best to people. Thank you all for your time, thank you judges, and thank you all for supporting small businesses.
I guess I'll go ahead and ask the first question. So what does make you different than the rest of them? I think maybe you touched on it, but can you expand on it just a little bit about the difference between you and Starbucks or Viridian coffee?
Okay. So what makes me different, or what makes the Perfect Brew different, is my dedication and willingness to listen to my customers and go above and beyond to provide quality coffee. I believe that makes me better, faster, more effective because I'm listening to my customers. For example, I started off with coffee. I listened to my customers who wanted both coffee and tea. So then we added tea to the line, which has helped our sales grow.
I have a question. Being that I looked online, I saw your website online before I came today, and how much or how long have you been online to see, the financial revenue increase? Because I look at 2021 to 2024, how much of an impact is online playing versus farmers market?
So we've been online since our conception in October 2020. I would say about 30% of our sales come from online. Majority of our sales come from in-person with the consumers.
I'll jump in next and probably staying in the idea that you were very convincing that you will double your revenue. Tell me how though. I understand opening the,
yes.
That'll generate that much revenue.
Yeah, both by expanding our access to the community as well as the menu. I've just noticed since I've started, as I add products, it creates more revenue when I add new things. Whether it's the coffee, a new line of coffee, a new line of tea, the refresher drinks, whether it's merchandise, coffee mugs, anytime that I introduce something new, it helps increase the revenue. And then as far as expanding my access, right now I'm just serving at the Lawton Farmers Market in person on Saturdays, and I do pop-up events occasionally. So the ability to go from serving in person 1 day a week to 4, 5, 6, if I wanted to work 7 days a week or have someone work 7 days a week, I believe that we would be able to double our sales based on expanding our access.
So I just want to add a little bit to that too. Whenever you start growth, and it does, especially if it doubles, that's actually a lot of work that comes along with that to get there. So it's going to start splitting you in multiple directions. How do you plan on managing that from a staffing standpoint?
So after purchasing the coffee trailer, the things that we're going to be doing in order is purchasing the coffee trailer, purchasing the proper licenses to operate the trailer, and then hiring a full-time employee.
Okay, I have a question for you too. So in the business plan, you talk about intellectual property rights, right? And right now you currently hold the ownership of the website, and you say that there's future plans to get ownership of other areas. As someone in the creative space, I understand how important it is to have things trademarked and protected. So I want to hear from you, what is your exact plan to protect your product and your services?
So again, we have ownership of the website. We have plans to trademark the business name, logo, products, and slogans. I don't know the proper steps to doing that, so I would be reaching out to maybe the Small Business Economic Development Center to help assist with that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more question, and this may be a little bit too technical. They've already told me don't ask too many technical questions, so if it's too technical, you don't have to answer it. But, when I'm looking at your financials, and it shows that $56,000 on year 4, but you're almost doubling in sales, but on the expense side, like cost of cups and t-shirts, and it is not going up on the same percentage. Now, I understand the volume helps a lot of these things, but at the same time, if you're selling more coffee, so you're probably going to end up selling more cups. Am I reading that wrong? Or?
No, you're not. You're reading that very correctly. I would need some time to do a little bit more research to provide you with exact numbers on how much the expenses are versus revenue as we continue to grow.
I got you. Thank you.
So in looking at it, my question is, you're looking at $56,000 for 2024. What will you pay yourself in 2024? How much are you making? How much money are you making?
Right now, I'm investing my time. I'm investing my time in the business. I don't have an exact time frame on when I will start paying myself, but that's something that I would talk to a CPA about and get figured out.
I'd kind of like to go back to the trailer. I call it a trailer, coffee on wheels or
Coffee trailer.
Coffee trailer. So I'm a person of habit. That's a downfall sometimes, my wife says. But so if I'm gonna stop and get coffee, I leave the house at a certain time. While the movement of the trailer seems to give you more access to pop-up events for sure, how does that help you for the guy or gal who wants to get a cup of coffee on the way to work?
So I have plans to provide consumers, whether it's on the website, any social media that they follow, with a weekly schedule ahead of time so they will know where to find us and what time.
Can you expand a little bit on I noticed you said in there that you give out a sample. Do you give out samples with each of your sales? No? That'd be a little different. Like you can taste test it, that's different. You get to taste test.
Yeah, so if you, in person, you can
Get it, try it out really quick first.
try before you buy.
Okay, so what does your customer base right now look like since you've been doing it for a while? I guess what I was wondering is how many, kind of what does your customer base look like? How many customers do you have and how many of those are repeat?
I don't have exact numbers for you, but I do have a lot of repeat customers that come to the farmers market as well as online. I provide them with loyalty cards when they purchase the bags of coffee, and I've redeemed several of the loyalty cards, but I don't have an exact number.
Is that your primary way of tracking it? I'm kind of wondering about your sales metrics.
As well, tracking it there, as well as my website tracks for repeat customers. Yes, ma'am.
The one thing I noticed, and you made mention of some of the ones I've seen it at, your price point to buy is way below what people are buying coffee for.
Yes, sir.
So you made mention of it in your business plan about affordable coffee. Your margin seems good. I guess my question, how are you doing it then? $2 to $3 for a cup of coffee.
My profit margin is, it's, for the prepared drinks is 60 to 70%. So, I'm just doing the research on buying in bulk. When it comes to the coffee sleeves, the coffee cups, lids, straws, it makes the price less, but I just research. That's how I'm doing it. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're doing something else during the day on site and weekends to pay your bills?
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to tell us what you're doing, or you don't have to?
I am a federal probation officer.
Okay, we like you already. Thank you.
I just have one quick question. I don't know much about coffee. I don't know much about how you get started and how you find a perfect brew. I'd love to hear just a short clip on how you found the perfect brew. What's so special about it? Where'd you get it?
So, I'll try to make this short. So during the pandemic, everyone was at home working. We were at home working primarily, and I wanted to turn my passion into a business, and I just started researching local roasters and putting together blends, having them send them to me, sample them, and when I found my perfect one, I named it Creative Fuel because the whole process was creative. And then people asked for a darker roast, so then we created Focus Fuel, and then people wanted an even darker roast, so I had to keep going back. Focus Fuel, then we have Fundamental Fuel. Our light roast is Essential Fuel, and then we have a decaf called Unleaded Fuel. So, help you find what fuel fits you best. So, thank you for your time.
Fantastic job, Katrina. Don't you just want to try the coffee? I'm so excited to try it. And wonderful questions from our judges. We're happy to hear from you guys. They weren't too technical with saying, you're good to go. We'd like next to start to recognize some of the sponsors who helped make this event happen, because it truly would not have happened without their help. So our bronze sponsor recognition includes 4 sponsors. First is Noel Alsbrook with Inhabit, Oklahoma's first tiny house resort in Oklahoma's first resort town. Inhabit is a modern approach to accommodations, infusing repurposed shipping containers with the cobblestone charm unique to Medicine Park.
Our next bronze sponsor is Hilton Garden Inn, Lawton Fort Sill Convention Center. At the Hilton Garden Inn, oh, I hear the clapping. She's been there. At the Hildegarden Inn, whether you need a room for a night, a meeting, an important customer, reconnecting with your soldier from basic training, or planning a big event, they are here to take care of your needs.
Up next, we have Crystal Miller. Crystal is a certified public accountant based in Lawton, Oklahoma. She can assist taxpayers and small businesses in Lawton and the surrounding communities with your tax preparation, planning, bookkeeping, and accounting needs.
Our last bronze sponsor is Gill's Waste Oil. Gill's offers many services including trash pickup, sanitation, refuse, roll-off containers, construction containers, used motor oil, oil recycling, and more.
All right, we're super excited to go from smelling the sweet smells of coffee to now the sweet smells of candles. We're now introducing our next competitor, Annabella's Scents, with Micah and Carlotta Frazier.
Can you guys hear me? Testing, testing. Can you all hear me? Yes. Testing, testing. Good afternoon. Well, good afternoon. My name is Michael Frazier. This is my beautiful wife, Carlotta Frazier. We are the owners of Annabella Scents. Annabella Scents is a veteran-owned and operated scented wax company. So a little about Carlotta and I. We have a combined 44 years active military service. 23 years for her, and 21 long years for me. So we met in Iraq back in 2004 over a statement of charges. This girl is actually taking my money for a radio I did not lose. However, one thing led to another. We started seeing each other more and more, and we got married. So, after we got married, it did not take long at all to figure out that Carlotta is absolutely obsessed with candles. Look, we can go out to a steak restaurant and somehow she'll still come home with a candle. But over time, the candles on the market just stopped performing the way they used to, and they weren't lasting as long as they used to. So that ignited a flame in us to produce our own premium candles, and at an affordable rate.
So most of you by now are wondering, who is Annabella? Annabella was actually my sister that passed away as an infant. Our goal is to continue to honor her name through our own candle art. We truly believe that every time a candle is lit, it's our own way of spreading her light because it was dim too early. Some of the problems the customers are facing in the candle market is a lack of customized blends, and candles not having a long-lasting aroma, and lack of unique candles to make a special gift, or even a conversation starter.
Our solution to those problems? We use premium ingredients in all of our products. We also allow customers to create their own special blends. And we give discounts to customers who return their jars through our recycle program. And our very favorite, we create these specialty candles that are in front of you all right now. By a show of hands, who remember eating a bowl of cereal on Saturday mornings while watching cartoons? It's like a timeless childhood memory. What about digging into that bowl of banana pudding that Grandma made during Thanksgiving? Such a delicious memory. Or cutting into that first watermelon of the summer. Such a juicy memory. Well, these candles here are candle art that we create that help trigger those memories.
So we'll move on to numbers. Our first year of business, we broke even in 2020, despite of being in the middle of a pandemic. And ever since then, we had steady growth. We have a 67% gross profit margin. Last year alone, we made $48,000, and we fulfilled 2,100 orders online and our local delivery orders. Our brand presence, we have e-commerce that ships worldwide. We also deliver locally. We've been a vendor at the farmer's market for the past 3 years. And we also have our products in 2 storefronts right here in Lawton. We also use our email marketing and our social media platform to engage with our customers. We have one thing we do once a week is Whip It Up Wednesday, where we will show how we're making a new product or a new scent, and that's when we normally introduce our new products so customers are keeping up with what's going on out there. The global size market for the scented candles are $6.3 billion. It is projected to grow to $8.1 billion by 2026. Our target market are primarily women, ages 18 to 54. These are our competitors, but what makes us different is we bring a candle to life. We create an experience. When you burn that candle, it's going to take you to a memory, and it's a conversation starter. And for us, we also offer a 10% lower price point than our competitors. Our structure is simple. My husband and I are partners. I own 51% of the business. I make most of the decisions, but I'm pretty much the founder, and he just tag along with my idea to document. But I do manage all the production, and he manages marketing and customer service. So our future of our business, by this year, we will be hiring employees to help us grow the company to the next level. We also offer a candle making class. It's going to be called Sip and Wick, and that's going to be in the fall season. And we will also expand. Our ultimate goal is to expand into a candle supply store. We would like to be the first company here that will provide wax and fragrance oil right here in Lawton, which means we'll also bring employment to the community.
Judges, 580 Pitch Committee, special guests, the community and surrounding areas of Lawton. Kalani and I really appreciate this opportunity. We cannot thank you all enough. We were assigned to Fort Sill back in 2014. We knew immediately we were going to continue raising our children here once we retire. There are a lot of people that may imitate what we create, but they cannot imitate our passion. We strive to put forth effort to make sure each and every individual product perform at its highest potential. Why? Because every cent matters. So in closing, when it comes to where you purchase your candles, or when your judge is making your decisions, Annabelle's just make great sense.
You want me to start? First of all, thank you for your service. Great job, great presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So what is the average price per candle? You may have mentioned it, I missed it, but how much do you get charged for one candle?
So the bowl candles, we sell them for $25. The smaller ones are $11, and the larger one is $22.
16 ounces.
And what is your cost?
$22, $22 for the larger, and $11 for the smaller. $25 for the bowls.
What is your cost of making one of those?
Oh, the cost.
The cost to make, so for the bowls, it costs us about $7 to make them. And the other ones they range between 3 to 4. Some as high as 5 to make for the larger ones.
Okay. And on your financials, I noticed that you guys are not taking any salaries, right? You're not paying yourself at the moment.
That is correct. We haven't figured out at what point we should start paying ourselves. Right now, we're just growing the business itself, but that's something we will look into as well.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess I can ask a question now for Barnes. My question is there any other financial institution that you're getting money from to run this business? Or is it just you guys only?
Just us.
Okay. And are y'all both retired?
Yes, we are.
So y'all running it off your retirement, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Or do y'all have other jobs?
We also own Airbnbs.
Okay.
We initially invested our own money to get the business going, to pay for the startup costs. And from year one, the business is self-sustained.
Okay.
We don't have to put any more money into it.
And are y'all doing it out of your house, or do you have a building?
So I have a production space in the back of Southern Rustic Charm, which I'm growing out of. And some products we do make at home because it's more convenient with juggling family and running a business.
Okay.
But we do have a space in the back of Southern Rustic Charm.
Okay.
I'll jump in next. Mike, I can tell why you do the marketing. You didn't get left over to do the marketing. You were born to do the marketing. And in looking at the business plan, I'm a money guy, right? There seems to be some discrepancy between the graphs on the plan itself. On your financial overview page doesn't match up with the one that's in the back. It's a little more detailed. So I would caution you about things of that nature. I don't know, I would assume the one in the back is more correct because of the detail, but when you're looking at the two, you wonder a little bit, right?
Gotcha.
I believe we made changes afterwards, so it's probably not reflecting the updated
All right.
changes.
Good then. So when you move into the space to do the candle making operation,
Yes, sir.
have you already started looking at what that cost will add to your expense items?
So the building we're looking at won't be available for 18 months.
12 to 14.
It was for sale, then it got leased out, so we have to wait for it to come back on the market. We haven't looked at, I personally haven't been there to look at the space, and I know we will need insurance. Our insurance will look a little different. So that's something we are planning and considering. We'll get with the Great Plains Business Center. I'm sure they can help us shape that for our future.
And once we open this building, we're no longer going to be making the majority of the candles anymore. Our priority is going to be selling wax to other candle makers and soap makers and fragrance oils.
So then with that, I guess when I read it, I thought like I'd show up and you'd show me how to make it and I'd run home and make candles for my wife. You're talking about maybe even more larger scale, well not larger scale, but people wanting to turn around and sell it themselves, or?
Yeah, so our goal is to have a space where we can have a candle making class. We already have our supplies there. Customers can come in. If you have a date, or anybody can come in and that's a separate thing. So where we wanted to scale our business to is to actually just offer the community wax and fragrance oil, because there are a lot of candle companies here, soap makers. So that's where we see our business going. Yes, sir.
Well, I also want to tell you both, thank you for your service. We really very much appreciate that. Also, as you can tell, I did do my homework, but whenever we were talking about that 90%, I realized that was you guys. You were talking about your repeat business, and I'm very interested in what your customer base is, because you have had business now for a couple of years. You seem very strong and confident in that. And so I want you to kind of describe what your customer base looks like right now, and I'm with him as well. Your financial projections, like going forward, what is that going to look like in a year from now?
So with our customer base, we measured that online. We're only looking at what our e-commerce. We have 40% repeat customers. And I'm just looking at this year alone. And for the local markets that we do, pop-up events, farmers market, the other two shops that we have repeat customers as well. We provide loyalty cards. Since we have the recycle program where customers bring their jars back and refill them. I have one customer, we've been doing this for about 2 years with her. She'll bring me all the jars, we sanitize them. Same sense, so it's a cycle. So yeah, that's how we getting our customers back.
Okay, gonna jump on in here. And I really want to tag on to what you're saying about customer specific. So I don't think we've touched base on this, but do you know the exact cost of your customer acquisition? Because I see here you have several different strategies in your marketing that are highly, highly effective. But what I'm seeing, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's mostly word of mouth. So it's like social media, which is a free platform. But like, what are the things that you are doing, and what is that cost that you have to acquire those customers that you're getting? Like, is there a cost that you know?
We don't have that information available, but I'm gonna get with Great Plains Business Center to help us figure what that should look like for us to be successful.
Okay, I like that. It's very important. The reason why I brought that up is it's very important to be aware of just what that person, that customer, how much it costs to get that customer. And that's when you have to break down advertising costs, all of your marketing and promotion, professional services, all of those things are how we factor in what is the cost to get that person in the door and buying my product. So thank you both for answering that. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
So if you win the 10,000, what are you going to do with it?
If we win, our plan is to move into that next stage where I think our heart is truly is to expand into the candle supplies, help us get that off the ground.
I want to make sure everybody remembers Brian Henry said that he's going to come and learn and make a candle for his wife. So let his wife know that there's candle coming.
I think I said if.
The class is still going to happen.
Yeah.
Whether we go into the distribution center or not, we will be teaching how to make candles because the people we teach will come buy wax from us to make their own candles once they learn.
We'll be ready for you, sir.
One last thing, I want to thank y'all for your services also. Appreciate it.
Time for one more question? Just one more. Super quick. I noticed whenever I was looking at everything, when I saw your business plan, I thought you were going to keep everything that you were doing and just expand into providing supplies. But you made a comment that you're probably not going to do that as much anymore.
We're going to keep our specialty
The
candles.
specialty only, just not the smaller ones is what you meant. Okay, because you're doing so well with it right now, I'd hate for you to lose that base and then just kind of start over, although that's probably going to take you into a whole nother wonderful realm of revenue that you guys are going to have ahead of you. So I just think that's really interesting. I want clarification. Thank you.
We're going to teach a large audience how to make these candles the way we make them.
All right, let's
And
do
they
it.
can come buy wax from us to do it.
Thank you. So I was going to make the comment like, hey, way to go, Fraser, she's doing great. But after the 51% comment, I guess we got to be like, hey, let's go, Carletta. So we're going to move into our silver sponsorship recognition. Thanking so much for the support that these organizations are providing and helping us be able to put this event on. So our first silver sponsor is Cameron University, providing access to quality educational opportunities, offering a student-centered academic environment that combines innovative classroom teaching with experiential learning. Cameron prepares students for professional success and beyond that, responsible citizenship.
Our next silver sponsor is Arvest Bank. Arvest has more than 200 banking locations that are part of 14 locally managed banks in more than 110 communities. They have and always will be active and involved members in the communities they serve and will always work to put the needs of our customers first as they continue to fulfill their mission. People helping people find financial solutions for life.
Next up, we have Kansas Soldier Express. If you're looking for a reliable company that offers specialized military transportation services, turn to none other than Kansas Soldier Express right here in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Our last silver sponsor is Insight Realty. Insight Commercial Real Estate Brokerage was established in 2006 with one goal in mind: to provide a hands-on, personalized approach for each client's specific commercial needs, serving the communities of Lawton, Duncan, Elgin, Cache, and the surrounding areas. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or develop, Insight Commercial Real Estate Brokerage aims to bring your goals to fruition.
And next up, our third competitor of the evening, Zach Bethel with Okie Bend Blasters.
By the show of hands, who here has a trash bin or dumpster? Then this service is for you. Hi, my name is Zach Bethel, and I'm General Manager of Okie Bend Blasters, Southwest Oklahoma's premier trash bin and dumpster cleaning company. And here's our mascot, Davy Jo, my daughter. Did you know that your trash bin is a major breeding ground for such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria? Spills occur, trash bags rip open, everything nasty and gross is tossed into a trash bin. Stuff sticks everywhere, and puddles of nasty liquid collect at the bottom. And the stench is nearly unbearable. In many cities, it's illegal to simply clean your trash bins and allow the wastewater to run off into the storm drains or onto the road. By doing this, you are creating stormwater pollution. By doing this, you are creating a stormwater pollution. This type of contaminated water destroys wildlife and their habitats, which can contaminate our drinking water and damage our waterways. We have the solution to your stinky bins. Our custom-built, self-contained truck heats the cleaning water to 200 degrees and kills 99% of the harmful bacteria. Our process uses 75% less water than a traditional garden hose. We're able to thoroughly clean and disinfect your trash bins during this hot water process. Our truck catches all the gray water and debris in the hopper. We then empty the wastewater tank at a wastewater treatment plant. No more bleach cocktails being washed into the storm drains. We are female and veteran-owned family business, and we'll be celebrating our first year anniversary on July 18th. We have invested over $50,000 of our own money into this business. My wife Jordan handles the onboarding and scheduling of the new customers. She also oversees our social media pages. My dad, Joseph, is in charge of the light-duty truck maintenance, and I run the day-to-day operations, and I drive the truck and clean the bins. Here's a residential bin cleaning. It's 220 degrees, hot, steaming water. We've got rotating heads, 4,000 PSI. Hot water, not cold water. Right here I'm spraying a citrus deodorizer inside the bin. And after this, I'll be taking pictures of the bins to send to the customers, knowing that their bins just got sanitized by Okie Bend Blasters. And it's all curbside service. You sign up online, You schedule a bin clean online. Our business model is subscription-based. Customers sign up online to schedule bin cleaning. We offer monthly, quarterly, or one-time cleanings. We send out emails and text reminders before your scheduled cleaning
Our
date.
job takes marketers from wondering WTF to knowing what to do next. From conversion rate confusion to a clear view of what's happening.
Still on track. So we clean the bins the day after the trash has been hauled away, except for Fridays. That's the only day we offer same-day service. And we send out before and after pictures to each customer. Our pricing starts at $12 for one monthly bin cleaning. Our sales last month came to $2,061 and continues to increase month over month. Think of this truck like an ultimate dishwasher for your trash bins. We are bringing this brand new concept to our area, and currently the only eco-friendly bin washing company in Southwest Oklahoma. Along with creating awareness of our existence, we are also educating our customers on why there is a major need for this service and want to promote healthy and clean living. We currently service Lawton, Fort Sill, Duncan, Cache, and Elgin communities. Our goal is to expand in our coverage area. In order to do this, we will need to purchase dual bin lifter trucks. With the purchase of more trucks, we can expand in our current communities we service, and we can take on the Chickasha market. Right now, we have a dual bin lifter truck. It can service 100 bins per day or 400 bins per week. We clean 4 bins 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday. 4 trucks would allow us to clean 1,600 bins in 1 week. We would like the opportunity to service City of Lawton, waste haulers, HOA communities, Fort Sill, restaurants, nursing homes, hospitals, schools, and country clubs. Our current truck is able to clean front load dumpsters, 2 to 10 yard dumpsters. Comanche County contains approximately 44,000 households, lots of potential. We strive to offer 100% satisfaction on every interaction with our customers. We have over 65 star customer reviews on Facebook and Google. Take a look at some of our customer comments. We purchased our truck from the company Sparkling Bins in Florida. They are the world's largest manufacturer of residential and commercial bin cleaning systems. They have performed their own independent lab tests on 1 dirty bin, and on 1 square inch contained 90,000 strains of bacteria on 1 square inch on the truck. Yuck. Thank you so much to the BDC staff for the time investing, helping me through this process. I appreciate the knowledge I've gained from you, and you can truly see your passion in helping small business be successful. Help promote healthy cleaning, living in our community, and sign up with us today. You trash it, we splash it.
Well, that's fantastic. I have so many questions. So let's start. So how much a truck would cost? So how many customers do you have to have on a kind of to a break-even point? What is it? Let's start with this. How much a truck will cost?
Truck's $220.
Okay.
Yep.
So at that max number, the 1,600 customers, how quickly would you pay off the truck?
Oh, it would take us, just depends how many customers sign up, you know. Our dumpster cleanings are a lot more money.
Okay.
So they're $100, $200 to $300. $300 for one-time cleaning.
Okay. So, I take it is diesel, what kind of,
Yeah, so it's diesel truck, and it's also got a diesel steam generators.
Okay.
So this steam generator heats the cleaning water up to 220 degrees to sanitize the bins.
So obviously your cost goes up as you go farther out.
Yeah, so we want to try to keep our customers nice and tight, because the more we go out, and it takes me 15, 20 minutes to service one customer, that's where we're losing our money. So right now, I'm trying to get them, 5 minutes, 2 minutes down the street. And once I do, one person's bin, their neighbor comes out and they're, what is this? So.
And did I understand you right that right now you have 100 customers? Is that
No,
what you?
so we have reoccurring, our monthlies, quarterlies, and our one-timers.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Thank you. Good luck.
My question is, if you're gonna hit a neighborhood, and that's what you're trying to find, a neighborhood where you can do 10, maybe 10, 20 people, then in doing that 10 to 20 people, if you just do one as initial start, is there a discount for the other ones to get them on board?
Like the neighbors and stuff?
Yeah.
No, right now they just sign up online. That's what we're funneling them to right now.
Right.
Because I'm driving the truck and cleaning the bins, so I got the cell phone ringing at the same time, so I just funnel everybody to the website.
Okay.
That's really easy. It takes like less than 5 minutes to sign up.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I know they see this happening, but they go, okay, what's going on over there? But they're going, why would I want to do it? Is there an incentive that I can get it done and the next guy and the next guy? I mean, to try to get more people.
Yeah, we can do that. We can, offer like a, 10, 15% discount or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great service.
HOAs,
yeah,
like nursing homes and stuff, like Fort Sill, they've got 3,600 bins just on Fort Sill, just the residential bins.
Right.
You got the chow halls that have all the dumpsters. We looked at them, and they are flies and maggots. So this is a solution to their problem.
Yeah, I'll be your neighbor, Irv. I want the discount.
Please, yes, discount.
So I like that there's obviously residential and commercial, and I'm kind of curious. I'm interested in where your current base is. You've been doing it for a year.
Yes.
So residential is more volume, commercial is fewer but larger dollars. So do you have a preference on which one?
Yeah, so right now it looks like our residentials are just taking off. Our commercial side of it, we bought this truck intentions to do commercial, and we still might do that down the road, but right now we're doing residential because the restaurants, the chain of command, just to get a yes, is 3-4 people deep. And I mean, I've been to Burger King, McDonald's, you name it, Arby's. So it's a lot of work, while I'm cleaning the residential bins too. So I'll stop the residential bins and go into a commercial business to talk to the manager about doing their dumpsters and dumpster pads. We also do pressure washing too.
Yeah, it's a lot of times it's a little bit more challenging to get in on that because we have staff that'll do some of those things even though they don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. And the money that you're interested in, today, if you went, we were kind of talking in your business plan, you want to purchase another truck. Is that where the money is going, or is it
No, it's
something?
going to advertising. We would like to do a KSWO ad, and we would like to do every door direct mailers. Myself and my mom, we've been passing out a ton of flyers on trash bins. So, yeah.
I've got, like I was saying, several questions, but I'll narrow them down, unlike I was saying. My first one, and you touched on it a little bit, and the mayor's in here, so none of us clean our trash can and dump the bleach in the street, right? So, do you have an idea how you get past that? I just do it myself because...
Oh, I ran into it all the time. When I'm passing out flyers, I'll meet a guy and he'll say, I don't need this service. I'll just do it myself. I do the bleach cocktail, and there's a storm drain right by his house. He dumps all the gunk and maggots in, and everything funnels down to the storm, the wastewater and all that. Rivers, streams, your drinking water. So, yeah, we take everything to the wastewater treatment plant to dispose of.
So you gotta lean on their conscience is what you gotta do. Right?
Yeah.
In your business plan, I read that you schedule it typically the day after the trash pickup.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not picking on the mayor of the city right now, but, so if my trash day is Tuesday and you come in Wednesday, I set the trash can back out, or?
No, you just leave it outside by your garage, and I'll walk up and I'll get the can and bring it back to you.
Because I don't want to get fined by.
Yeah, as long as it's outside, it's not
Just saying, I'm gonna get my trash cleaned, I don't want to pay for it twice, right? So let's go to your financials, right? I do see you're carrying a pretty hefty long-term debt, which is the truck, I assume. So how are you servicing the debt on that currently?
So my wife, she's so she's a full-time Arvest employee, and then I do a lot of welding on the side. So I build shop buildings and fences and stuff like that. So, and we don't clean on Mondays. We do pressure washing on Mondays. So the days I don't have pressure washing, I'm out welding. So.
Can you clarify for me real quick too on your financials at the top? Unless I'm missing it somewhere, it doesn't say what years these are for. I just noticed it was like year 1, 2, and 3, but I wasn't sure if that's previous or projection.
That's projection.
So the year 1 would be 2023?
Yes, year 1 is 2023.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And the more commercial businesses, the more residential business we get, it's just going to keep going up.
Right. Oh, so follow up on that though. Year 1 is 23, but you're a year old now. So what did it look like last year then?
Oh, sorry. That was year 1.
That was year 1.
Yeah, sorry.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for answering that. So my question is really geared towards what you put in your plan about regulations and specifically being 100% environmentally friendly. So what are your long-term plans with that in terms of environmental sustainability? Especially given that in the next few years, much of transportation is going to transition into electric. I'm just curious, what are your plans with that?
So they've already tried.
With your truck?
So they've already done electric vehicles with the trash bin cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just starting it out. So that is growth. We can do that down the road.
Okay.
And right now they're actually developing a side load bin cleaning truck. So they can follow behind the trash truck and clean the bin right after the trash truck sets it back down.
Thank you.
So this may be a little bit more complicated because it's so with coffee to say how much it's going to cost per cup of coffee. But do you know what your cost is for each bin? What does it cost? How much is that?
Yeah, so it's about $5 to $7.
Okay, and you're charging 20?
It's $22 for 2 bins. It's $12 for 1 bin monthly, or it's $35 for 1 time.
And is that cost the same for a dumpster?
No, it's a little bit more. So at $100 a month for dumpster cleaning, we're probably about $50.
And when you're charging $100 a month, is that like a weekly thing, or is it
just once a month?
Once a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the quarterly is every 3 months.
Okay. I got you. All right. Thank you.
Your truck is fairly new. What year model is it?
It's a 2022.
2022?
Yeah, it's a Isuzu FTR.
Okay, because I look at truck and equipment and your cost in there, and my question is, purchased it, where did you purchase it?
We bought it from Rush Truck Center down in Dallas.
Okay.
So I had to go get our own truck because of the COVID stuff going on.
Right.
We couldn't, we waited, 8 months to get a truck.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally I said, well, if I go buy a truck, can I bring it to Sparkling Bins to build it out?
Right.
And he said, sure. So I bought the truck, drove it without a bed on it, all the way to Florida, and then took a one-way flight back home.
And my question is, as you're putting a lot of stress on it and you get more business, more use, if something breaks, you're just one truck. or who will fix it?
This guy.
You've got it.
And I have already fixed it, once or twice.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's no issue, yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you.
Thank you both so much, and I'm gonna have to borrow the costume for Halloween, so if you don't mind. Wow, we've had some wonderful competitors so far. We have some gold sponsors now to recognize. We have 4 gold sponsors. We're starting off with our mayor, Stan Booker, and Water's Edge. Serving as mayor of Lawton since 2018, Mayor Stan Booker is committed to seeing his hometown into the future. As a business owner, Stan's entrepreneurial spirit led him to successfully invest in and operate a variety of businesses. Stan now concentrates his love for the community by investing his time and talents in civic work, mostly through the Greater Lawton Rotary Club.
Our next gold sponsor is Jesse Cross. With the Red River Science and Technology, it's a veteran-owned small business formed by President and CEO, Army Brigadier General retired Jesse R. Cross. They provide a variety of services to private sector and federal government clients.
Up next, we have Hillary Communications. More than 60 years ago, the Hillary family acquired a small telephone company in rural southwest Oklahoma. Now, in its 3rd generation, the company has grown from a single exchange with just 100 access lines covering 22 square miles to now serving more than 19,000 customers in 22 counties throughout Oklahoma and Texas.
Our last gold sponsor is Linda and Larry Neal, long-term community advocates and long-term business owners, serving the community on a number of boards and civic committees beyond the economic impact of their work they do in the business community.
All right, don't you wish you were a judge right now? I know I do. We're very excited to introduce our 4th and final competitor, Honeycut Culinary Concepts, Curtis Wilson and Lauren Ciaglo.
Testing.
Hello, hello.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Lawton Sharks. I'm Lauren, and this is Curtis, and together we proudly present Honeycut Culinary Concepts, an Epicurean adventure that embraces the ethos of farm-to-table dining in Lawton. We brought some samples for each try today. Last Saturday was the annual Tomato Festival at the Lawton Farmers Market, so we have a tasting of tomatoes, featuring a smoked tomato gazpacho, a tomato sorbet, and a yellow tomato tart, using local produce from Legayco Family Farm, Bradshaw Farm, Hennick Farm, Roberto's Farm, and Double S Farm and Dairy. For dessert, we have a double chocolate bread pudding with caramel sauce because why not? Enjoy. Now to the matter at hand. Lawtonians are tired of having to leave Lawton to seek out new and innovative dining options. They are in search of something local that celebrates the richness of our community, and that's where we come in. Honeycut Culinary Concepts is committed to aggregating the passion of local farmers and ranchers with our experience and education from the Culinary Institute of America to deliver nutritious, locally produced meals and unique dining experiences that celebrate the diversity of our local food ecosystem.
The demand for farm-to-table dining has seen a remarkable uptick in recent years, driven by consumers' increased awareness of food origins. People are actively seeking out farmers markets and dining concepts that prioritize sustainability, the ethical treatment of animals, and environmentally friendly produce. Our target audience values the connection between their plates and the land. Based on demographics from the Economic Development Center, we believe that we can appeal to 51% of the Lawton Fort Sill community, and this will grow to 58% in 2027.
We have 2 main pillars that support our growth. First is our relationship with local farmers. Through these relationships, we are able to source nutrient-rich supplies of fresh ingredients while simultaneously supporting the local economy. Cutting out intermediaries translates to a better profit margin for us and our suppliers. Second, we integrate our concepts into our internal supply chain, which allows us to circulate cash flow within the company and the local economy several times before it leaves.
I am proud to announce that we have successfully launched 3 concepts and are about to launch our 4th, marking major milestones for our startup. We operate a farmer's market booth featuring naturally fermented sourdough and other artisan baked goods, a weekly home meal replacement service showcasing local produce and meats, and a monthly pop-up dinner series. We also offer private chef and catering services, which opens up endless possibilities for our business. After 1 full year in operations, our outlets are operating at a 37% profit margin, and they are projected to end 2023 with a 41% profit margin.
Our online presence consists of a user-friendly website and active social media channels that ensure we connect with food enthusiasts digitally. But we don't stop there. To forge meaningful connections with potential customers, we actively participate in local festivals and competitions, the Lawton Farmers Market, teaching classes at the Great Plains Technology Center, and community events. Moving forward, we will leverage traditional methods like print ads and radio and TV advertisements to reach a broader audience. We will bring a food service marketing consultant on board to help us expand awareness of our brand. Increasing our exposure through a comprehensive marketing plan will help our new concepts break the barrier into the Lawton food market.
Our operations and management are where we truly shine. As an LLC with a 50-50 partnership, we bring more than 40 years of combined experience in the restaurant industry. Our hands-on approach involves running and overseeing all aspects of our business. Our commitment to creativity and innovation is showcased in our menu development by delivering unique culinary experiences that set us apart from traditional eateries. We are supported by our part-time team of professionals dedicated to providing quality, consistency, and value through their commitment to hospitality. When we expand to brick-and-mortar locations, we will develop an experienced management team to oversee day-to-day operations that uphold our farm-to-table principles.
Now let's talk numbers. Based on extensive market research, the food service industry accounts for 45 to 50% of spending in the United States. The overall market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 5.4% to $4.1 trillion in 2026, with the full service sector comprising $1.5 trillion. Based on current annual operations and industry benchmarks, we anticipate steady revenue growth in the first 3 years of operation. Our projected annual revenue of $107,616,000 by the end of year 3, accompanied by a profit margin of 48%, showcases our potential for success. Any investments we acquire will be used wisely to cover current and future operating expenses, set up new concepts, fund marketing efforts, ensure working capital, and provide a buffer during the early stages of our business.
There are several good restaurants in Lawton, but none are focused on farm-to-table dining. Bricktown Brewery, Kudos Japanese Steakhouse, and La Grande Cantina are thriving. Moreover, the Backyard Draft House recently expanded to a larger location. Restaurants in Lawton are flourishing with the support of the community. This, combined with the public's growing interest in locally sourced products, indicates that there is room in the market for a new farm-to-table concept.
In conclusion, Honeycutt Culinary Concept stands at the precipice of greatness, ready to seize the growing demand for farm-to-table experiences here in Lawton. Our passion, dedication, and unwavering commitment to community and quality makes us a force to be reckoned with. What is more Lawton proud than local businesses supporting other local businesses? So, esteemed Sharks, we invite you to join us on this extraordinary Epicurean journey, showcasing farm-to-table dining one delectable bite at a time. Who's ready to dive into the future of culinary excellence?
So I start with more than one question so I don't get in trouble later. So, you know, as a guy who has tried to garden for like 20 years, and every year is a new challenge, you know, whether it's the dirt, then it's the bugs, then that is too hot, too cold, too much rain. So do we really actually have that many resources available as far as the farmers to get all these fresh food to you guys to create the menu that you want to create?
Well, there are definitely seasons anywhere you are, so we're not going to have tomatoes in January or, frost-laden months. But right now, where there's an abundance of tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and bok choy, we work with a lot of the vendors at the market, as our one slide pointed out, and listing a lot of them. And it's definitely scalable for us. Also, we would have to supplement, of course, when we can't get things fresh and locally. So that's like whenever we can, that's the preference, and that's what we do. But we can still stay local because there are bison farms and lamb and pig and longhorn, and those are all year round. And we even have the advantage of, through our relationships, requesting, can we have this cut, or can you ask your butcher to cut this for us? And conversely, if the ranchers and farmers have something that's not selling, they can tell us, and we'll put it on the menu, we'll braise it, we'll do, and so it's a cycle.
And if I remember reading you guys correctly, that I think the next big project is something in Medicine Park. Is that correct?
We were looking to do a QSR in Medicine Park. We are still looking to do that, but the space isn't ready quite yet. So in order to keep moving forward, we're going to start doing pop-up brunches starting in August. And if the public response to those positively, then we'll continue doing that and just kind of go where we need to.
As a guy who loves Medicine Park but loves Lawton better, so think about Lawton maybe a little bit more, because there are more people. Yes, Medicine Park has a great tourism population, I guess, but the rest of us are here every day, so that may be something to think about. And we're not going to finish it with this. The 86,000 in sales for this year,
that's
is that a projection?
That's the projection, and right now we're at just over 40, and it's halfway through the year.
Okay.
So, and to answer, or to respond to your Medicine Park versus Lawton, the Medicine Park project would be a quick service restaurant, so a QSR, and that's something that would take very low investment, very low startup money to do. So that's why we would do that first, because there is a space in Lawton that we are looking at, but that's probably a year-long project to get that to open. So that's the staggering of the plan, and we talked about that in the business plan.
Thank you.
My question is, how are y'all advertising? How are y'all getting your message out? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, we started with word of mouth, so we can, kind of handle and control the flow of business, either way. Then we started doing, we have Beverly Newburn that's been doing great videos for us, the social media advertising. We've been doing Facebook ad, what's the name for it? Ad campaigns. And then we do flyers and word of mouth at the farmers market. I would say most of it is word of mouth right now.
Yeah, because it's funny that you guys are here today. And not funny, but it's I just got introduced to y'all on Saturday at farmers market. My wife drugged me down there for the tomato festival. And I saw your bread, and I ended up buying some, and I brought it home, and I told my wife, I said, we gotta get some of this, I'm gonna try it. And I think you and I tried it, it was great. So we loved it, and now you're here in front of me, I'm going, how of a coincidence is that? So, yeah, so great. Thank you very much.
We also have, like the word of mouth, and that's why we started doing the farmers market, because we thought that would be a good way to just get our brand out there. And then through, creating our brand and creating followers and loyal customers and things like that, we have people share our posts on Facebook, and so there's like that aspect to it. And when we pay for advertising, like the dinner that we're doing at the end of the month, for example, we paid $150 in advertising for that, and we got 6 new customers, so like the cost of acquisition is $25 a person.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. Do you have another one? No. Okay, I'm just saying, because I'm saying over here. So thank you both so much for being here. So I have, my question is really geared towards just the uniqueness of your product, right? So there's a lot of different services that we have now, delivery services specifically. Like, first thing that comes to mind was like Green Chef. What makes your service different from all of the options that consumers have now in terms of high quality foods and things like that?
A lot of those services, not all of them, if you're talking about like the mail order kind of things, you get ingredients that you still have to prep. Everything that you buy from us for our home meal replacement is cooked, prepped. It comes with reheat instructions. You just pop it in the oven and you don't have to do anything else. So that's different. Another thing that's different is that you know that you're supporting your own local economy because we use as much local product as we can. I would say those are the two main differences.
Okay, so I noticed in your financials it shows that you started the pop-up dinners this year.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me just a little bit about that model, kind of what that looks like, and is the numbers in here I guess you guys got started strong in February, so you've got about 4 months into it. So this is a projection you think through the whole year. Where are you at this point on this projection?
Which projection? The 107? For the 33,000. Yeah. I didn't calculate where we are at so far, but we typically sell those dinners out. So we have 24 seats that we make available, and then depending on how reservations come in, we can either expand, so like if a party of 2 becomes a party of 4, and then we have another table open, like that. So we could do anywhere from 24 to 48. I think the most we've done is 36. So I would say that number's fairly accurate, maybe even a little lower.
Would you mind expanding? I think I have the idea, and your business plan talks about it a little bit. What's that menu look like at the QSR?
We haven't, we have decided, but we think we've decided. So we haven't decided, we're bouncing some ideas around, but basically it would be something that, because the space doesn't have room for seating necessarily, maybe a few seats or something, and the nature of Medicine Park being touristy and all of that, you want people to be able to come in, get something fast, and leave. And that's what people are going to want anyway, like, oh, I'm hungry, go grab something, and then go walk around and do something else. So whatever it is, whether it was pizza, which I don't know that that's what it's going to be, or doner kebabs, or things of that nature, it would be something that is simple, easy, fast to produce, and also fast to order and easy to walk around with.
While still trying to keep as much local purchase.
Yes, absolutely.
That could be tricky for you, I guess, right? Some of us think about walking around, like I was saying, as a hot dog, right? So I just kind of wondered what that means.
Well, if we did hot dogs, we'd make them.
Nice.
So then I would get my pork from Susan over here, or another vendor. So if we did hot dogs, we would make them, and we'd make the buns, and we would do all of that. So that's how that would work.
So then carry that forward, right? I'm putting you on the next step already, because you talked about it a little bit in the plan, right? An actual space in Lawton for sit-down meal service. That's how far out, if all goes well?
At least a year. So we haven't even started ball rolling. So once we do get the ball rolling, it'll probably realistically be a year from that point before we can actually start bringing it in.
I'm glad you guys went last, because if they brought this first, I don't know that I would have given the attention that they deserve, because all the food is wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say that's just not fair, because this is just fantastic. So can we get second?
There will be nothing left on my plate. Do not take it early.
All right, you guys get to dig in now, because you're not allowed to ask more questions. So now for our big sponsor of the event, our platinum sponsor, Liberty National Bank is a real bank for real people, a bank you can trust and grow with. Above all, they're committed to providing customers with a personalized banking relationship. So he doesn't get to keep eating, because I'd like to invite Liberty National Bank's newly named Lawton Market President, Brian Henry, to the front to share a few words as he keeps tallying his scores.
So I'm going to come look at the food that you guys got. What did you didn't touch? And I'll take a look. Did you touch anything?
So did you guys enjoy the show tonight? We had some great competitors and really got to learn a lot more. I mean, has anybody learned about a business they had not heard of before tonight? Anybody who this was the first time they heard of all of them? All right, that's even more exciting, because you know we know you invite some friends out to come out and support, but there's some faces out here who haven't seen any of you guys, so thank you so much for coming out, and with that, they're all yours.
Pass it on over.
Thank you, Frank and Mackenzie. Frank, did they tell you beforehand that you're going to be next to a former news anchor? Because you did well. You did really well. So when you think about standing up in front of people as brave as the group that we saw today, to sit in front of all of us, and I'm not just talking about us sitting in the chairs, judging them, right? I mean, everybody who owns a business or starts an entrepreneur endeavor is being judged every day. Congratulations to all of you. This, you know, sometimes it's a little cliche. You say, I wish that everyone could win. Not cliche. You're all bright people. You have fantastic ideas, and I think you'll all do well. You can probably work between each other on several of the things, right? Candles on the table, there's coffee, come clean the trash up afterwards. I think I've got a consortium going here, and we can do that. You know, so sometimes I feel a little silly standing up and trying to give people advice when they're working their passion, working 2 jobs, whatever you're doing to do it. But the one thing that I have learned over my career, I'm not the kind of risk taker you are. My friends say that's why I got into banking, right? Because it's lending money or taking money from people who are brave enough to take those risks. But the thing I've learned in my career is I surround myself not with people just like me, but with people who are not like me. So, you know, if you're a chef and you need finance, you got to find those finance partners, right? You got to find the advertising partners. If you're the mechanic, bus driver, or truck driver, then you've got some insight. I read the profile and some of that stuff. You know, I pick on my good friend Hossein here a lot, but he returns it. He and I have known each other for, gosh, a really long time. And I like hanging out with people like him because he challenges me, right? I'm a conservative guy, and Hossein is not so much when it comes to this kind of stuff. So we work together on a lot of projects, and I think that's what makes good teams. You obviously are all good teams amongst yourselves. So I guess my advice to you would be to find those people that challenge you. If you're conservative, find the one that's out there on the edge a little bit. If you're out there on the edge a little bit, pull back and find that conservative person a little bit, because I think that rounds your perspective out a little bit. Don't change who you are. Just surround yourself with people that can accent what you may need to grow in, would be my advice to you. I want to thank everybody that put this together. This has been, besides the food, this has been fantastic. And I haven't got to try the candle and the coffee yet even, but thank you to the Tech Center team. You guys have really done well with this. You know, when you put on an event the first time, who knows, but I would give you 5 stars. This has been fantastic. I would almost venture to guess you're going to need a bigger room next year. I really do. It's been fantastic. We've been real proud to be a sponsor in the program. The only regret I have is being a sponsor of the program. It means I have to come up and talk, and that food is still sitting down. You know, we pride ourselves at Liberty. You know, a lot of our profile is helping small businesses, and that's our bread and butter. You know, those big deals, those big companies are nice to deal with sometimes, but that's the bread and butter of Lawton. And then from a bigger picture, for those who say Lawton has a bad image and Lawton doesn't have things to do, get out and do it. I mean, look at this, right? There is nothing but positive imagery of Lawton in this room. And that's what you're And on behalf of Liberty, we are super proud to be a part of this, excited to be a part of this, and I'm a little nervous at the scorekeeping, but I guess that's coming up, and I wish all of you the best of luck, not just tonight, but as you step out tomorrow as well. So thank you very much.
Mackenzie, you're up.
I told Frank that my goal of today was to not have to tell any jokes to kill time.
And we did it.
I don't think we're at that.
No, we're not.
No, we're still doing okay, right? You don't want to hear.
Oh, you were checking how the tallying is going.
That
I
is,
see.
that
Okay,
is
got
what
it.
I was checking.
We got a few
think
things to say.
they're about finished with the tally.
We can talk really slowly.
I know how to kill time. So, all right. If I can find my map perfectly. Okay. So aside from our prize money that's awarded to each competitor will also be taking home a few other things. They will each take home 4 60-minute sessions with Alive Marketing, a Grow the 580 $25 certificate donated by the Lawton Chamber of Commerce, as well as a $100 gift certificate to use for the Great Plains Technology Center's business classes.
In addition, this is actually kind of complicated, so you guys see if you can keep track of everything that everybody's going to get, which is good news for you guys. So, Nothing But Cakes will be offering all finalists a coupon for a dozen. Second, third, and fourth place will receive double tower bundles, and first place will receive a 10-inch cake. You see over there. Cameron University's print shop will award third and fourth place $50 in services. So for those of you guys getting into the printing, there you go. Second place, $100, and first place, $200 in printing services, which goes a long way at Cameron University's print shop if anybody hasn't done that before. And the first place winner will also receive a free 1-year membership to the Lawton Fort Sill Chamber of Commerce. So thank you, Chamber.
Well, we are super excited because the tallying is finished and we have our winners. But before we announce those winners, I'd like to just give one more round of applause to all of our competitors today. We have some wonderful big checks to present you all, so we'll come up and grab a picture and present you with your award. And fourth, well, I guess I need to have well, yesterday we practiced and I gave Mickey Mouse first, or fourth. In fourth place, receiving $2,000 will be the Perfect Brew.
They're going to come take a picture with the team.
I'm sorry, I'm slow. We can dance with it. We can.
And in third place, receiving $3,000 to help make these dreams come true, we have Annabella Sims.
There we go, now the reflection on your face. Thank you.
In second place, receiving $5,000, Okie Bin Blaster.
This way. Take it out front with the casting. That's good right there. Okay, everybody act like you like each other. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Thank you.
And in first place, receiving $10,000. That's not valid.
Right there.
Another big round of applause. Fantastic job. We are so proud of all of our competitors and cannot wait to see all of your businesses blossom in our communities, and we know they will with all of the support that we have here in the audience. Thank you all for coming as well. We'd also like to thank the Great Plains Technology Center Foundation for their wonderful support of this project, as well as the countless volunteers who helped make this event happen. Also, another big thank you to all of our sponsors.
We'd also like to mention that the Business Development Center is always open to individuals looking to help start a business. So if you were inspired here tonight and you want to start a business, you have that entrepreneurial spirit because of what you've seen and what they showed you, then feel free to check out this team and see if they can help you along on that journey.
Again, thank you all for coming today. We invite you to take this time to do some networking with each other. There's also going to be cookies and refreshments out in the hall. Be sure to drive safe. I think I got a alert that there was some lightning outside. I'm not sure. You can't tell what's going on outside in here. No windows.
Once again, wonderful job all participants.
Thank you.